Интересно, можно ли действительно засунуть туда свой нос и цыкнуть, что внутри конверта? А то, может, нам нужны подписи каких-нибудь этих дедов, которые там сидят, играют в свои шары. Шары гоняют. Ну что ты не спускаешься? Так, кран мы дергать не будем пока что, мы все-таки его оставим в том положении, в котором он находится. Мало ли мне удастся без риторики вломиться в этот контейнер. Там, скорее всего, содержится что-то. Возможно, даже части брони, которые мы ищем. Так, конвертик. Вот этот.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Изучите
The
план.
youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall. It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center. This is either an ominous or cool architectural choice. Hard to say.
Ким.
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
Так, логика. Давайте.
There is no loophole. The simple truth is the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
Это ужасно, видимо, такова цена прогресса. Стоп, каковы последствия всего этого?
Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
Шум будет ужасный.
I should have seen it. People will move away on their own accord. Yes, I suppose change always has a price.
Ну да.
The
Так,
youth center cuts into the ocean.
ладно. Ничего такого криминального нету, вроде бы. Вроде бы, опять же. Так, но конверт надо подписывать за этим, скажите, я скажу, за каналом. Так, а что у нас имеется? Что нам теперь делать? Эти деньги, чтобы заплатить карту, но это мы и так сможем сделать. Ставьте 2 повести. Сделайте так, чтобы Изабель с безымянной баской девушкой в бреви подписали конверт. Как только этот документ будет подписан, бросьте его в почтовый ящик на площади напротив танцев. Угу. Авторитет. Вроде бы могу теперь возвращаться. Курильщик на выполнит 21:00 надо. Джойси самосудим. Как бы то ни было. Так, кто сложил одежду, найдите спиртное, найдите свое удостоверение. Спойте под караоке. Так, серийном... Ну, перезвоните Алисе, вот это надо еще сделать. Посмотрите, прежде чем идти разговаривать с Харди и компанией. Может, там что-нибудь да нашли по нашему несчастному.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Так, ответили на серийный номер?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt, sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Orani's pharmaceutical companies. In the So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
Как они называются теперь?
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Crenel, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Подобную броню подгоняют под конкретного человека.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
This is a fun challenge for her. an opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Постарайтесь, пожалуйста.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then.
Так, что насчет владельца ботинок?
Not yet. But I was able to convince the database people to share private sector information. They promised to get back to me by tomorrow morning. Do you have any other questions?
Нет.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They're also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Ну, как бы нам не то чтобы очень-то и надо было. Что там?
All
какие-то
around
мысли?
you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away.
Нифига себе мне отдалили тут видок.
The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
Что я делаю?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
Что я вижу?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world. Humid, your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you.
Что на западе?
Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise. With the ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Что видно ниже по
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
А, дальше.
Coal City, end of all lines.
Призраки, кто вы?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows. Will you ever go there?
Ты попадешь? Попаду.
No, you are just one of the hundreds of thousands who watch them rise across the bay from Martinaise every day.
Так, что на
The
востоке?
great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Сжать зубы.
Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow.
А, дальше.
La Ducienne, King Dries passenger harbor. Cruise ships flanked by dock arms. Cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary.
А что там дальше за распределительным каналом?
Huron, the lower middle class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain.
Что за курон?
A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide.
Что на севере?
Crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play.
А, ближе.
A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. The lingering odor of decomposition mixes with that of damp soil.
Что на юге?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised.
Что на другой стороне?
The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
С какого ты района? И, видимо, какой-то текст песни.
I have a brother in the cut. Where the wood at?
Так, и почему я здесь, а не
To
там?
be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town. In the shadow of the day, the revolution fell.
Что я здесь делаю?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Да.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
Что наверху?
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
Твою ж мать.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
Ну, хоть что-то узнали. Ладно, Харди. Готовь буки. Сейчас будет допрос продолжаться. Так. Ничего страшного, народ. Это я просто своим ящиком звуковым приперся. Ничего не хочешь мне сказать? Агрессивно это
I've got
наша.
nothing to say to you.
Ничего
Why are
не
you
сказать.
wasting your time?
Я трачу свое время. Не, у меня-то все на мази. Ты девица
I am
Харди?
not.
Нет?
You could be Liz.
А могла бы.
You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
Есть у нее диплом. Филькина грамота.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
А он ведь прав.
The cold look in her eyes speaks louder than words. She is not amused.
Ну и хрен с тобой, неблагодарная дура. И комплимент отвесили она. Такс. Спиртное, ПДД. Ну, я говорю, ПДД мы не найдем, пока канал не откроют. То есть это длится еще черт знает сколько. Я надеюсь, у меня с ней продолжайте искать звонившего. Нам бы еще телефон найти. Кто бы мог позвонить. Откуда? Ну что, Харди, я поговорил с твоим начальством.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Не рад меня видеть. Немыслимо. Такс. Мы поговорили с Авраром, он обещал, что ты будешь сотрудничать со следствием.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, mommy?
Ну, типа того.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Хочешь по-взрослому?
Yeah, I heard him. Now fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys, Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
Explosive laughter follows. To his men, Titus Hardy is a golden god. They want to laugh at his jokes even before they leave his lips. This guy is a born leader.
Да, это точно. Хочу снова поговорить по повешению.
Again, just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his
Покойник
biggest fan.
уехал.
Good one, Titus.
About fucking time.
Ох, 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 ох.
Establish
Ладно.
authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
Так, сперва мне говорите, что тут кого-то изнесли, а потом не говорите кого. Так нечестно, затопать ногами. И один не дает этому городу скатиться в преисподнюю, а вы им только мешаете. Вице-президенту, Ким, мне нужен твой пистолет. Да? Ким, мне нужен пистолет.
Why?
В смысле, а что? В смысле,
This is
зачем?
not what he thinks it is. This is a great idea.
У нас отличный план. Ким, дай волыну.
I'm afraid it's not what you think it is either.
Что? А? Что? Кто? Я чё? Подождите, я даже сам не понимаю. Ким, пистолет?
Yes, you. Stop talking out loud. You sound like you're unraveling.
Ну, у меня и так распад личности, очевидно же. Ким, пистолет.
What in the name of fuck are you doing?
Понять не имею.
I don't want to give you my gun.
Давайте мой пистолет.
The fuck is happening,
происходит?
Titus? What are they whispering about?
Easy, Shanks. I want to see where this is going.
А ты знаешь, что должен сделать? Доверься синяки мне не более, чем плоть. Выхода нет, я знаю, что делаю. Не вчера должность копа принял. А... Что?
Police job?
Да,
Be careful, it's loaded.
осторожно, он заряжен. Сейчас я шмальну просто в потолок, и ты поймешь, кто здесь.
Good. Now put it in
Wait,
your
what?
mouth.
Подождите, это не должно быть так. Но я хочу направить его на них. Пойду. Ну, короче, узрите это вот. Я вам показал. Направим дуло себе в рот. Опа! Смотри.
What are you doing?
Что вы творите?
Genuine panic flies across the lieutenant's face.
А им как-то пофигу, я смотрю.
Fellas, you getting any of this?
Это мои мысли, это моя голова. Так, если вы откажетесь меня уважать, то никогда не сотрете из памяти то, что произойдет тут следующие 5 секунд. Что, блядь, быстро начали меня уважать. Через 5, 4, 3. Я не прояву это дело. Палец на крючке. Себя убью. Шлюха. Что, подожди, я что, сейчас грохнуть себя хочу? Это моя голова?
What in the name of...
Acidic taste on your lips. Corrosive. Once as a child you put your tongue against the rail. It was winter. That was a long...
The fuck is he? Some insane shit.
Nothing. Give me the gun.
Верните пистолет. Что начали меня уважать?
He's not gonna off himself. Come.
No. He'll do it. Go ahead, son. 3, 2.
О, наш дед заговорил.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. No. Give it to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. It's not too late. You can still spin this as some kind of tactic. There will be no spinning. Do the honest thing.
Жми.
Pull the trigger.
Так, палец на крючке.
We'll solve the case. Look at me. Don't worry. This demonstration is not helping.
Inside the small mechanism, you can hear a spring tensing up.
Yeah. Cause I sorta wanna see that shit.
You won't, man. His fucking balls ain't big enough.
Дернуть. Давай. Давай, я жму. Неадекватно. Круто.
Deranged cop kills himself. Citizens in shock as a deranged law official reportedly from the 41st precinct shot himself in the head last night in the middle of a crowded cafeteria in downtown Martinez. The exact details of the incident have not been revealed, but first-hand witnesses claim that the officer was making a point. Can't say I'm surprised, Lawrence Gart, manager of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria, where the incident took place, commented. He was extremely unstable and had threatened to kill himself before.
Окей, я был обязан просто-напросто посмотреть. Я уже не думал, что он прям все вот так вот. Ну, это одна из возможных концовок, как я понимаю. Сейчас, вернемся к тому моменту.
As you look around this room
Ничего себе,
full
у меня
of sweaty
удача.
men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
Знакомо, где-то я уже видел. Я понял, типа, вы мужики, здесь власть. Ничего себе, у меня получилась эта проверка после самоубийства. Где же я все это уже видел? Наверное, на рабочем месте, чувак.
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time.
Типичный рабочий коллектив, я в таком же вращаюсь.
Huh?
Что? Как же иначе? Вы ведете себя как самые настоящие менты. Пьете пиво. И хуи
You got a
пинаете.
problem with beer.
Тебе
now.
пиво не... Нет, меня-то все устраивает. Это меня все
Not
устраивает.
quite there yet. Push on.
Не, я тоже бухаю на работе. Не, похуй, как вам. Нет, я тоже люблю пиво. И наяривать, чтобы помочь людям. Вполне пиво меня устраивает и настраивает на правильный лад. Тот, при котором и не нужно думать, как работать свою работу. Короче, все как у вас.
Speak for yourself, buddy. I've been running this outfit for 10 years now. You should have seen Martinez before it started.
They didn't see shit, man. Kids getting shot. We had 3 shootings a week. Fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
Наверняка жертва. Нужна психологическая помощь.
Titus?
Ты ее, что ли, хотели изнасиловать?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
Ну, хоть расскажешь.
You want to talk to her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you talk to her, but you treat her with respect.
Без Б.
If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Clausia, Amanda. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's Amanda with an O-U.
Подождите, а это не та ли девица, с которой я в первый день еще базарил, когда вышел из номера?
Shit. The girl.
Ну?
The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Клаасье.
Yeah. Blonde.
Да.
Tall. 2 rooms over from yours.
Не
Sure.
согласишься.
Why not? You've probably seen her around.
Ну, низкий шанс у меня на соблюдение.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Это самое. Так, Так. И как оно произошло?
You did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
Так, а тебе что
I
до
know
неё?
her.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
Не местная.
You mean Revachol? Nah. Our Miss Aranye disco dancer is an immigrant or a drifter of some sort. Been staying over here over the winter.
Зимовала тут.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all. Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it. And what was up with the partying she and Titus did? It sounded fun.
Так, ты сказал, вы отжигали
What do you think I meant?
наркотики? Так. Все разом.
Yes, yes, and no. Got something to say about it?
То есть, вы были близки.
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after.
Жаль.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now.
Так, Ну и что было с этим?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
It was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Были и другие?
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
Так, кажется, мы
You
знакомы.
don't know her.
Ты прав, не знаю, но мы пересекались.
Good boy.
Ладно.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Auf Wiedersehen. Кто бы мог подумать, что на второй раз проверка прокатит? Ким?
Officer, what was that?
А? Что?
You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman?
Наверное.
Officer, before we interview this woman, is there something I should know?
He's not leaving you a lot of room to back off from this.
Так, я ее не
What you're
насиловал.
saying is, you raped her?
Ice is forming on the inside of your chest.
Нет.
Then, don't ever say that again. What else?
Так, я уже с ней пересекался.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
Да, она знает, что я не понял о том, что я работаю полицейским. Она знает, что я... Так. Угу.
Okay,
По порядку, в
that's
принципе,
manageable.
можно. Так,
So she overheard you, or did you party together?
она
So this is what it feels like to be interviewed.
вообще ничего забавного. Мне нечего
What if you
скрывать.
do, but you just don't remember that you'll get through it?
Прорвемся, она слышала... Это просто лейтенант, что у меня играла музыка и происходило что-то странное с его номера рядом с твоим.
Anything else?
Я спрашивал, где мы находимся.
That's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else?
Да, уж
We'll
это
be
всё.
alright, officer. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be alright.
Вся будет на мази. Не бзи. Такс. Такс. Визуальный анализ. Авторитет. Или сила воли. Или внутренняя империя. Я думаю, логику можно качнуть. Во всяком случае, мне кажется, что это будет нормально. Так, приземлились еще и на третий день. Понятно. Вот сажусь в самосуде, куличик на балконе. Это да. Ставьте 2 подписи для Эврара. Так. Видите, жертвует. Окей, я потопал. Быдло. Так, поговорить, говорите. Есть кто дома?
The door is closed.
Who is it?
Кто там?
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
Это да. То есть вот так вот просто. Все ясно. Так. Что у нас тут? Похоже, она остановилась здесь надолго. Грязная одежда, одежда женская. Логично. Что тут было? Да, вручную примерно на 4 месяца. Точно зимовала. Отсюда виден двор внизу, трупа там больше нету. Ну и слава тебе, Господи.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there. It's been used quite a lot.
Логично.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners. Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra.
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Понятно, наркоманила здесь, значит, изучить.
Among some
блистеры.
foreign, probably Messinian or Gotvaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Так, у меня высокие шансы на отходняк. Так, солидная коллекция.
Anything of note?
Что-нибудь примечательное? Давай.
A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
Чем примечательна
It's
оранжевая
speed, man.
Чувак, это
Just
speed.
what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Так, лейтенант.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for?
Эй,
Let's
Кева, ты
get
нормально.
super fucking preppy.
Просто взять его тайно, просто открыть его и
The
взять.
lieutenant looks toward the door as if he didn't see you pilfer that sweet Preptide.
Всего-то немножко.
He did, though. He totally did, and now he thinks less of you. Should have kept it sub rosa. Who cares, man?
Так он-
Who cares what the stiff thinks? Here comes the afterburner. Just put it in your sweaty little hand now.
Так, закрыть шкафчик. Но потреблять мы не будем. Летевку мы, конечно, разочаровали, но тем не менее. Моторика, но минус боевой дух. Я тот еще коллекционер, знаешь ли, мало ли пригодится. Что это такое? Мать, какая-то... Так, что это такое? Кровать заправлена в спешке. Кошечка.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Прости, пальцем.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures.
Чистенько.
Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Его недавно
Looks like
заменили.
it, yes.
Мне бы в номере тоже заменить стекло. Так, коврик. И вот это вот все? Все. Растягнутого дыма. Автора. Так, там еще есть дверца. Хлам, холодный кофе, пепельница. О, горсть ручных белых цветов.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Почему бы и нет?
You catch a single white
Wow.
flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell.
Окей.
The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance. Then takes a drag of her. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Уважуху восстановил хотя бы. Ну что ж, мы пришли поговорить. Хотя нет, подожди. Наверное, было бы правильно сначала сохраниться. А теперь можно и поговорить. Да уже на крыше горит.
Her hair is still slick from the shower.
Ну, все еще
Welcome to the roof.
влажный после душа, и при этом она стоит на дожде.
Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Да.
Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Там диско инфернум.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Так, в нем жизнь все лучше и лучше. Я полицейский. Точнее, все, внизу есть сцену для караоке. Ну, жизни так некуда, на
I
это
can
жизнь.
see that.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
Такс. Что это за полевой цветок?
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Опс.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style? A
Сам
martial arts, sir. Is that it?
Samurai boxing, or sambo, graceful martial arts stuff. Sambo style implies stealth and cool.
Да, что он сделал?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Неплохой у вас номер.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
Вы собрали неплохую коллекцию лекарств. Нет, вот это лучше не говорить. Стекло в этом окне совсем новое.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Что вы делаете в танцах?
I'm
Трепетя?
wintering.
Зимую.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
The bills downstairs concur.
Почему именно здесь?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Все и по порядку. Есть такой вариант. Начнем с нижнего.
I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing.
Так.
I'm wintering.
How long have you...
About 4.
The bills
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Мартинез.
I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go.
Шифтираж фанаты диска. Вы пришли в правильное место. Слишком молоды, чтобы нарываться. Называться высший шифтираж фанаты диска. Нет, аж... Тут же так модно, стильно, молодежно. Да, вы пришли правильно.
she looks at you and nods.
Так.
I'm wintering.
How long?
About 4 months.
The bills down.
Here in the Whirling, here in
Fancy.
Martinez, because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell.
Ну да, логично. Другим вопросом.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Так. Это для протокола чисто.
Клаасье, Аманду.
Откуда вы?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
А ранее?
A bad memory, officer.
О чем?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass. Duraluminum. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. And night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
Сколько вам лет?
I'm 28.
Так, кто вы по профессии?
Something stupid.
Какие
Oranese lit.
Литрой?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
И о чем уже они пишут?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
Логично.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
И что вы делаете с этой
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
Чем же тогда зарабатывать себе на жизнь? Деньги — это ведь очень важно.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit.
Это есть. И кем же вам приходится бывать?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
Miss Aranye, now there is something you should linger on.
Мисс Оранье 50? Это что это?
It's a beauty pageant held in the year of our century 37 in Oranje.
She was
Можно было
14 at the
догадаться.
time.
Ей было 14.
Indeed.
Да.
Her voice is indifferent to the number.
Так. Это мне никогда не было 14.
I don't think I've ever heard anything less relevant to any investigation.
Ким, что ты лезешь?
Come on, detective. Cut him some slack. This guy's been through some heavy-duty emotional stuff.
О, видишь, хоть кто-то меня поддержал. Можно взглянуть на ваш паспорт?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
А почему?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Чтобы не украли, логично.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
Не знать.
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Клаасье Аманду. It's a weird name.
Это странно меня.
Look, officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents.
Логично.
I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street. And I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom.
Буги-стрит? А это не вот то место, про которое упоминал этот расист Бугай?
There are plenty of other reasons for hiding your documents from the law.
Но спрятали вы их не поэтому.
It's also why I hid it.
Why, yes.
I'm an unpopular girl. There are people back home who don't like me. If they show up, I'm in a hurry.
Может, она от закона бежит?
The kind of hurry where you can't afford to not find your documents. But don't worry. This has nothing to do with your investigation.
Надеюсь.
I would love to change the subject. It's not important. Unless I'm some kind of suspect.
Нет, мы пришли, чтобы просто поговорить.
Phew.
Ну что ж, ладно.
Okie dokie.
Спасибо, но на этом для протокола все.
The record. So official.
Да. Она скажет, что у вас были неприятности.
Something difficult?
Так,
I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
не. Вы подвергались насильственным действиям сексуального характера?
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Да.
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
Но мне кажется, не очень подходит для таких. Тащим-то уже день.
Is it?
Да.
It is afternoon. Time flies, man.
Так не подвергались.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Так, как вы познакомились с
They're
парнем?
frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for union members.
Да,
They're probably down there now.
они так там.
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
There must be more to it. You should return to this topic after you've talked about her relationship with the deceased, maybe.
Так, Тит попросил вас приукрасить рассказ для нас.
Pretty much.
Warming them.
Так, Тэ-тэ-тэ. Что вы можете про него рассказать? Имя?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
Так, чем же вы с жертвой
We
занимались?
partied.
Отжигали? Где-то я же это слышал. Так, каким образом? Сказать на свою опухшесть, типа как я?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Не думал, что так
Oh,
можно.
it is. You're still alive.
Кто-то нет.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What
Наспор.
else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Были какие-то чувства?
A little.
Немного.
The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
Так, должен быть вам показать его друг. Видите, вот такие. А куда там показывать? И он же там уже не висит, мы же его сняли. Так, ну, допустим.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts.
Да, это
You
я
look
зря
to the
хотел.
lieutenant.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes,
Jackpot.
Знак, которому сообщили о повешенном, это были...
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
Так, слушайте... Мне заблуждался
I didn't
голос.
exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Чикнула провод?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
You were right to suspect there might be foul play involved with the broken phone line.
И заодно повредили телефонную линию внизу.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Ну, бывает, с перепугу.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry. Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Очень находчиво, да.
Thanks.
Ну зачем все эти
I don't
сложности?
know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Понятно.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
А он там уже не висит? Знаешь, что у вас не
I'm
висит?
89% sure.
Понятно.
You know how it is.
Do you?
Знаю. Как же это бывает?
Maybe you don't know.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
Так, это очень серьезно. Скажу с вами. Витёха, я даже не
I'm
знаю.
sorry, miss, but we need a definite statement.
Let me make this 100% clear then, officers. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be this flippant if I had been?
Так, за что его тогда повесили?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
Вроде того.
And his role in this strike was... what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Так, еще раз.
Like I said, we met over drinks.
Зажигали.
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
С которым?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Ладно,
She
спасибо, что
breathes
поделились.
a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Маленький вопрос.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Ну что ж, рискнем?
She looks
Hey.
back. Time moves slowly. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit.
Что происходит?
Nothing, just time passing. Don't worry. You are not a
Не
fool.
дурак.
Anything out of the ordinary and you would be notified. Air moves in your windpipe. Your heart beats. You're a detective. Get back to detecting.
Отвести
The
взгляд.
strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
Ну ладно.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Что за свет?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Суперзвезда Яков, как же это странно звучит.
What are you, deaf?
Ты глухой.
They're perfect, like rock star politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish.
У тебя особенность неверное представление обо мне, я не суперзвезда.
Yeah, a cool, trash superstar. Big dick cop down on his luck. Salam Rocky by here. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Мотор.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Так, Курага, что ты мне там хочешь сказать?
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
Угу. Думаешь, после этого они более охотно пойдут на сотрудничество?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Так, почему вообще нам это рассказал?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
Не уверен, что ей нужно было врать. Я все равно не понял, говорит ли она правду.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Кажется, она говорит искренне.
You think so? Being candid is the best way to lie. The appearance of candor with some facts thrown in draws attention away from whatever one chooses to omit. She may be trying to control the pace of the investigation. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our inquiries will bring us back here soon enough.
Возможно. Очень даже возможно. Так. А это что? Какой-то ящичек. И дверка.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Куда она ведет?
I don't know. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door. I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers.
Топнуть по
A
крыше.
dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
Попробуем
It's
толкнуть.
barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy. Must be something valuable inside to go through the trouble of protecting it. The door.
Причем, если она запирается изнутри, значит, в нее можно попасть только изнутри.